Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today I'm going to be reading, I'm going to be reviewing Eileen by Atusha Mosfix. I am so a fan of this book, for the most part. This is a literary fiction novel written in one person's perspective from the inside of her mind. You know what? I am not the best at knowing the whole third person, first person kind of thing. I just know that this takes place from the perspective of being inside someone's mind. Whatever that is, let me know down in the comments because I feel like a total dweeb for not knowing that. Or maybe I'm not nerdy enough. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not nerdy enough. I take full responsibility for not being nerdy enough. It's a problem, you guys. This book takes place from Eileen's perspective, and it is so beautiful and so gritty and raw and distressing. The plot of this book is following Eileen as she takes control of her life over a matter of 4 days. 4 days? Like a week. It takes place over like a week. I marked this one all up. I felt a lot of connection to several of the moments in this book, and all of it, though, took place in the first half of the book. The second half of the book fell flat for me. I was not a fan of the second half of the book, which led me to a 3-star rating. The first half of the book is really, really interesting. We're in Eileen's mind and we're seeing some things that are really, really disgusting and gross. Eileen really lives in a filthy and grotesque environment. Her car is broken to the point where the exhaust is spilling into the front seat of the car, so she has to drive with the windows down. Her house is moldy and dusty and disgusting and covered in grime, and she herself likes to live within her own filth and gets a kick out of seeing other people as they are near her and can smell her, and she can smell herself. It is really grimy. Really grimy. If you have a problem with grotesque feelings and sensations, this book may not be for you. This book takes place over the week prior to Christmas, leading up to Christmas Day. It was kind of a surprise. I wish I'd known that sooner so I could have read it in December leading up to Christmas. I really think that would have been a more beneficial way to read this, to have read it over that week up to Christmas. It would have been kind of fun. I may reread this in the future, and if I do, it will be in the week leading up to Christmas because it's going to be pretty easy to digest it that way and just read it from the Saturday before Christmas leading up to Christmas. I think personally that this book is really interesting, really dark, really twisted. The premise is that Eileen works in this jail. She lives with her father, who is a drunk and terrible. Her mother has passed away, and her sister wants nothing to do with her. She is a sad little creature, Eileen is, and she is really, really depressed and anxious and really distraught at her own living. She constantly considers the idea of taking her own life in order to show those around her that they miss her and that they have a love for her that they don't identify with. She's constantly hoping that people will notice her and give her attention, and she's constantly interested in the idea of having sex with people, but at the same time she's repulsed by sex and has no interest in it, and she is a virgin in the beginning of this book. This book is set in a way where Eileen is looking back on her life during this week from a time when she is much older and has had a lot more life experience, and she's looking back at her own experience and feeling really kind of disgusted with herself and really a little bit disturbed by her own experience in life. A young woman named Rebecca comes into the story, and she is kind to Eileen and shows her some respect, and Eileen immediately attaches onto her and feels an obsession and drawn to her. This book really, for me, was brilliant in the first half. I will pick up anything Otesha Moshfegh writes. I feel as if the writing style was beautiful, well crafted, excellently portrayed, and I definitely would recommend this book, regardless of the fact that the ending really tweaked my... I just did not love it. I think some people might really like the ending. There's a moment where it starts to get really dramatic and speeds up instead of being the character study that it has been for the first half of the novel. And in that moment where it kind of speeds up and tweaks a little bit, I definitely would say that some people would really enjoy that and find that a better part of the novel than the first half. I myself just thought that it sped up too much and it got too dramatic and a little bit over the top. But I can see where the author was going and I can understand where the logic was coming from. I just definitely thought that there was better ways that it could have been handled as an ending. So, 3 stars, definitely enjoyed it, definitely think it's worth a read. Do I think it's worth picking up at full price and in a new condition? Because I do know that this is now available in paperback. I would say if you can find it in a store where it's like a 2 for $20 kind of deal, or if you can find it used in either paperback or hardcover format, I would pick it up. Do I think it's worth the $15 or $20 of hardcover or paperback? No, I don't think it's worth that. I think that it's definitely worth picking up if you can find it at a cheaper price, but I would say hold on till you can find a bargain of it. But I would say it's worth owning. It's just worth owning at a bargain price. So that is my review of Eileen. If you liked this, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, or quandaries, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. I will talk to you all soon, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!